All right, different ways of holding a guitar, period. I didn't go through the strap because it's too far away. I started off with just my feet planted this way and hunched over, which is fine, by the way. So whatever makes you feel comfortable. And people have been playing guitar for years with no gadgets or gimmicks, just their body and their hands, period. But I am big into ergonomics, and and I try to figure out what's the posture that I play the best. It depends what the mood is. Sometimes when I'm not videotaping this thing, when I'm not doing a video or something, I just sit on here and in the lotus position with my feet up on the couch, pick a guitar up that can fit on the thing, and then just start playing. Whatever makes you play. But, ergonomically, there are different ways that you can play that's going to give you better access to the frets. That's going to make you play better, period. So at the beginning, both my feet were hunched over. This is basically my Heritage H150, or i.e. a Les Paul. So I'm typically a heavy guitar, kind of like doesn't balance that well, all this stuff about it like that. But it's a beautiful sounding guitar and I want to play it, right? So I like playing sitting down. So if I'm playing this, hunched over, I can still get at stuff, but everything is kind of like almost, the neck is almost parallel to the ground, right? It seems very simple, but you kind of always want to, personally, they say always, depending upon who you are, you're up to, everything is subjective. I like an angle a little bit. The level of the angle it's subjective basically. But when it is parallel to the ground like this, okay, with my feet flat on, it's like that, it's harder to hit, or it's just not as, my upper shoulder comes in too much to try to get upper access, right? So I'm not free. If you look at my shoulder and then boom, this thing collapsing like that, yeah, it's doable like that. So there's nothing wrong with that. Second way I played elevates the guitar slightly. It's I see a lot of flamenco guitars, a lot of folks do that. That play acoustic guitar, a lot of Spanish guys playing that, and which is with your leg crossover, like this. So all of a sudden the guitar now is angled a little bit, and I can have more access to it. Quite frankly, the way I usually play is not even as much as that way, but this way is almost like this becomes almost like a footstool, right? What I play a lot is I take my shoes off. I do this. I have this foot, my right foot, on the floor, boom, and then my left foot on there. So it forms sort of like a footstool, okay? So I didn't do it that way because you can't see it, and I don't have any fancy angle tricks or anything like that, or I should say any fancy video tricks. So that way the guitar will end up being at this height. If I do put my shoes back on here, right here, that's the height. Boom. So you would think I'm on a footstool there. It's perfect. I do this all the time. And I like it like that. So the last way, which I played, is just use a footstool. And by the way, you can use anything as a footstool. You can use your guitar case. If I go to the park, I'll put my foot on the guitar case, or I'll do just my legs that way. The bottom line is get into a position that makes you feel comfortable, that gives you access to it. And you might say, hey man, I just play folk music. I'm just playing cowboy cards. That's perfectly fine. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. I think I've mentioned it before. There's a video of John McLaughlin. He's basically sitting down like the Dalai Lama, like this, playing, you know? And he's shredding, and he's sounding and playing like John McLaughlin. So let's not get carried away with the ergonomics. At the end of the day, it's what feels good, what allows you the opportunity to get good access to the frets, wherever, your style is, whatever you're playing. That's what you do. Something that's not going to impinge your arm, your shoulders, and just give you some physical ailments. All right, then. Thank you for watching, and practice, practice, practice some more.